Hello everyone. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the late of videos when I couldn't upload them. I was working like a nutcase, and I was working on the content I'm going to present today. And that content in question is going to be the morning show, season 1. And what it addresses is very real, very important, and it should be addressed. And also talks about a bit of politics in the process. Not too much in detail, just names pretty much. But with all that said, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of you for your patience. Without all of you, I won't be where I'm at on YouTube, and I really appreciate the love and support. And because of that, we are halfway to 300 subs. Because of that, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, even though I don't deserve the support. So thank you very much. If you're new to this channel and want to sub on your own accord, please do. My channel is at History Buff 2.0. You can't miss it. Comment down below, like, share, all the good stuff. With all that said and out of the way, and also with the intro, I'll gladly go into the content right now. So as I said during the intro, it went into deep content that was very important. And what that means is sexual harassment. It's a whole big thing. And this made it more understandable for me as a person. I'm not the smartest person in the room or the planet, just being honest with it, but I didn't know enough about this until I saw the first season of this show. And what I learned was horrific, but unfortunately it happens on a daily basis, and it's a real shame. So, Steve Carell's character, he basically slept around with the women on the morning show, and the person who ran the whole thing, Fred something, I forgot his name, Fred Meyer, if I got it right, he knew this was happening, and he chose to ignore it. And I'll gladly give a prime example of this. When one of the latest victims who offed herself because of the guilt of what happened, she, I say this correctly, after she offed herself, Fred offered her a position, a promotion to keep her mouth shut. I don't know what that tells you, the viewer, but it tells me that he was okay with this behavior going on, and as the episodes went on, Steve Carell's character understood what he did was wrong, and he was working on his behavior. Accountability means everything. So after what happened to him, he reevaluated himself and his situation, and of course he didn't go out unscathed. He had to get a divorce, lost his job in the process. It's the other way around, but that's what happened to him. And Jennifer Aniston's character was letting her emotions get in the way of the facts that was going on for the person she was working for. After all that was out of the way, and after her death was done, and a person was being fired for this information, Fred Meyer got his due toward the end, but we don't see what happens towards the end of the first season. And I'm sure there are many men like that here who are running those companies, keeping their victims silent. And this show is a reminder that we have voices and we have choices to do the right thing. And sometimes the corrupt people get irritated, get pissed off, and see as a threat for doing the right thing, and they do whatever they can. And this is what the show presented to help all of you understand. It's not a lecture. It's not forcing it down anyone's throat. I'm only talking about from what I've seen from the perspective from seeing this show to help all of you understand. So, with all that said, if you weren't aware of this topic enough, and before you prejudge Steve Carell's character, and I know I did it first, I'm not gonna lie about it, this show goes deeper beyond him to help all of you understand. The person who ran this company allowed this behavior to happen. Didn't want it to get exposed. And towards the end of the season, it got exposed. And towards the end result of him, I won't find out till season 2. But I see bad things coming his way for trying to keep this as a cover-up for this long, and hiring people that shouldn't be there for trying to do the right thing. Pretty much in a nutshell. With all that said and done, I hope all of you enjoyed this video and it's somewhat more educational. And I forgot to mention that it mentions a bit about politics. Conservatives, Democrats, and liberals, stuff like that. They don't go into too much, which is a good thing. So, left-leaning, right-leaning, stuff like that. With all that said, again, sorry for the delay for the content. I was, again, working in the case of my job and working on this content that I'm presenting to all of you today. So it took me a hot minute. So sorry about that again, and may God bless you all. Stay safe, and I appreciate every single one of you for sticking around for this long, and for the near-on future. I really appreciate it. And as for the support, even though I don't deserve it, I'll still get it anyway, so thank you very much. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, so thank you. Comment down below, like, share, all the good stuff. If you're new to this channel, want to sub, and of course on your own accord, please do. My channel is at History Buff 2.0, and you can't miss it. And before I close this video off, I was told this happened in real time as the show presented it. I don't know the full details about that, but yeah. With all that said, thank you all again for your patience, for your support, and I really appreciate every single one of you, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you all, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.